So today I wanted to talk a bit about drills. Okay, a lot of people have been messaging, asking me about drills. Okay, what kind of drills do I use at the professional squad that I work in? But I think that I've been avoiding that as much as possible because I wanted to make sure that all of you out there understand that the drills are only favorable to you, okay, to have really good drills and really important drills when you start to understand all the variables that you have to dominate when you are doing a training session, okay? Because otherwise the fact is that if you go all over Instagram, if you go all over the internet, you can find drills from all the top coaches of the world, okay? Or at least they say that those drills are from all those coaches in the world, the top coaches that you see, so Guardiola, Klopp, and so on. But the true fact is that in all those situations, you always see the dynamic of the drill, how it runs, but you don't see and you don't heard or you don't hear about them saying what's the objectives, the macro and the micro objectives, the principles and the sub principles that they want to work on, what do they want to take out of that drill, why are they doing that drill, what's the situation with their team that they needed to improve to create that drill. What's the kind of feedback that you get out of those coaches on those drills, okay? And that's probably 99% of all the stuff and all the exercises and drills that you find on the internet. They are very short on all those details. Why did that exercise was created? What's the purpose of that exercise? What should you look for on the exercise? What's the feedback that you normally give in those situations, okay? So this is something that I think that is major for all coaches to understand, is that first of all you should dominate a lot in regards to all the variables of the training session before you step up into looking into other people's drills, okay? So I'm going to start to share a couple of exercises with a lot of explanation behind it, because that's what it's all about, the detail, what you want from the drill, what you should look for, okay? And that's the idea. So it will be probably a longer video because I will draw the exercise with you, I will explain the variables and not everything exhaustively, but the most important details that I find that are major when you are doing that exercise in specific, okay? But what I really think that you should start to know as a coach and you start to do as a coach, instead of going to the internet to look for drills, try to draw your own drills in regards to your own players, to your own team, okay? That's major, because if you try to apply exercises from Manchester City in your team of under 15s or under 8s or under 9s, that will be disastrous. You'll feel frustrated, the players will feel frustrated, and you'll feel that either the exercise is bad or you are doing something bad, or you'll start to think that your players are really bad, and that's not at all what we want from the experience of coaching football, okay? So I'll just switch cameras so that we can start to draw our today's drill, okay? But once again, focus on you much more than you focus on the drills that we are sharing here, okay? Okay, so today we'll start, because it's our first video about this, we'll start with a really basic drill, okay, that everybody uses, I know, okay, which is a Rondo 4v2. Yeah, so we'll have the crosses here against a balls, okay? First of all, I'm not going to put measurements because that's something that I want you to try as much as possible, and because the measurements will always switch in regards to the age of your players, so the physical space that your players occupy, okay, and also the quality of your players and how easy they can do a 4v2, okay? So what I recommend you to do is put up a square in your pitch. You decide what do you think that the size should be, okay, and then you adjust the size in regards to the success or to the insuccess of the situation that you are creating, okay? So First thing that we notice here is that it's a really simple drill. We are using 6 players, it's a 4v2, okay? It's a situation where the players on the outside should, as much as possible, try to keep the possession. The 2 players in the middle try to steal the ball or to intercept a pass, okay? A lot of things that I see wrong in all over the places that I see this drill, because everybody uses it, is, so first of all, some conditionate the players to be over the sides, okay? So to be on the squares of the square, yeah? And so this is the first thing that you see really wrong, because in this situation your players, so I will draw another one, okay? Really simple. If your players are here, first of all, they won't be sure where to move, okay? And then the radius of action is here, from here, okay? So there. While in this one, your radius of action of your players is 180 degrees, okay? First situation that I see a lot of people using the Rondos 4v2 with the players close to the cones. Now, another thing that I want you to think about is, what is this drill giving us? Of course, it's a ball possession drill. You try to keep the possession as much as possible, but what should you focus in these 4 players, okay? The pass, of course, the reception, of course, but let's look a lot more into the details, yeah? So, ball here, this player and this player and this player should always move. That's the first cue, okay? Everybody should move in regards to the ball. Everybody should have the bodies ready to receive a pass from this player. Not just this, not just that one. And this one, normally what happens is the furthest player never moves, he's always waiting as much as possible, okay? The other one is, when you pass the ball, it's really important that the player that is receiving the ball looks to see where the opposition is before he receives it, okay? Then it's also really important that his feet are ready for him to pass the ball where he wants to go next. So his feet and his body have to be orientated as much as possible to the passing line that this player should, as much as possible, already be giving, okay? So really important, look, yeah, before you receive. Really important that every time that you pass the ball, you move to give another passing line, okay? Really important that you use your body and you use your feet in regards to the ball. So for instance, if the ball is passed from here to here, this defender will do a move like this, okay? And this one will probably coverage in a position where he can jump here, or he can prevent the passing line to go there. So it's really important, if this player, if the first pressure is coming this side, that this player is able to use his right feet and he protects the ball with the left feet, okay? With the left foot, sorry. What happens normally is that players tend to play the rondos with their dominant foots all the time. And this is something that we should intervene, we should correct. You should use the feet that makes more sense in the moment and not your dominant foot or the foot that you feel that you are stronger with, okay? So that's really major, and it's something that, yes, on the beginning probably you lose more balls, okay? But that's why you can manage the size of the rondo, yeah? But in the long term, you will improve your players, you will improve how quick they can assess these situations, and you will improve their capacity to use both feet in this situation. And of course, this situation completely relates to the game, okay? There are numerous situations on a game where you can find a 4v2, and this is something that you should, as much as possible, try to relate to the game, okay? This can be, for instance, the situation where you have, I don't know, a left fullback or a left central center back, a central center back and a right center back and a 6, for instance, okay? So a back line of 3 against 2 strikers and a 6 to build up, for instance, okay? Really important that you do always the connection of what you are trying to do here to the game, okay? Even though it's a drill that people normally use on the warm-up, try as much as possible to take the best out of this situation, okay? So, really important, again, look before you pass, orientate your body, always move and never stop, okay? One player is getting the ball, this player that have passed him the ball has to give another passing line, and if this player is closing like this, he will have to move probably to here. Yeah, there's no problem at all to come to the edge of the line, okay? I know that also happens with a lot of teams. Sometimes the players are playing the rondo and they don't leave this space. They always stay here, and you have a couple of more space that normally nobody uses, and they try to do passes through the middle, okay, when they could use this direct passing line, okay? So a lot of details on these 4 players for you to see. Really important that you understand if they are looking. It's not just for you giving the feedback. Look at the players, look at their bodies, understand if they are doing what you have just told them to do, okay? In regards to the press, also really important, you are training a 4v2. Don't forget about the players on the middle, okay? And try as much as possible to teach them how to press in a 4v2, okay? A really easy way to see if your drill is well mounted is if those 2 players in the middle can never get the ball, either they have a lot of difficulties doing it, but you should help them also, or the space is too big and they have no chance to get the ball, okay? But in regards to the press, it's really important that they understand where the ball is going. The ball came from here, okay, so I'm going to cut back the passing line, and the other one gives a defensive coverage, okay? So the main principles are as much as possible to cover the ball, to pressure the ball, and the second man should give a coverage on the side where this player has faced that he was going to play to, okay? It's a 4v2. It doesn't mean that if you press really well that you will recover the ball on the first situation. No, okay? But if you keep doing it properly, you should recover the ball in 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, after 5 or 6, 7 passes. These ones will commit a mistake. If you are always intensive and aggressive and you pressure while the ball is traveling, the players that are receiving the ball will have much more difficulties receiving that ball. So really important that you are able to keep the intensity, the aggressiveness and the focus so that they can pressure the ball well and try as much as possible to kill one of the passing lines, okay? Nothing wrong if you are in a different level to start to teach the players in the middle, and every one of them, of course, because everybody will go through the middle, to again try and understand, okay, this player is really strong with the right foot, but he has a lot of problems playing with the left foot, so I might take him to the left foot, make him use the left foot so that the other player can then get the bad pass that he gets, okay? So a lot of details in a rondo of 4v2, a lot of technical and tactical details, because this relates to the 11th game and it's something for you to think about. And if you have any more ideas in regards to this exercise, let me know, okay? Today we are just sticking with the basic 4v2. In the next few days I will bring a lot of variations of this drill and you will feel amazed of how many things you can develop with your team with such a simple drill as it is a rondo 4v2. Okay, try it with your teams, give me some feedback on how it went, and we'll speak soon. Thank you.